Today on Nerds with Mics, we dive into the latest gaming news. We each bring a mystery topic and another round of mystery question of the week. All this and more. This is Nerds with Mics. Hello and welcome to episode 161 of Nerds with Mics. I'm Travis.
I'm Jared.
And I'm Justin.
I've noticed a tick with Jared. Every time he goes to say his name, he always cocks his head to the side when he says it.
Loaded up, dude. I'm getting ready for it. I can't forget if I'm just loading in.
Yeah, so on this episode, we have a jam-packed episode, and we each decided this week we were going to bring kind of a mystery topic that we could discuss in the moment. We're also going to bring another round of mystery question of the week, and then we also have some gaming news. But obviously, before we get into all that, we always like to start by talking about what we've been up to. I will actually start off this week because I've had a busy week. And then also I've had some stuff happen. One reason we haven't recorded for 1 week. The other one was, Justin's fault. I don't know.
Travis almost died.
Yeah, I did almost die. So for me, obviously, I think the last time we recorded was when I was actually back in West Virginia. Jared and I recorded while I was staying at my parents' house. However, on my way back from West Virginia, my right eardrum ruptured, and I was bleeding from my ear for the last 3 hours of my drive back to Atlanta.
Pixar didn't happen.
I mean, I sent you a pic. Did I not send you a pic of the blood they pulled out of my ear?
Oh yeah, I think you did.
We got that pic, but we need a live in the moment picture.
I need actual gore.
Oh, actual gore?
I need it to be blurred before I open the message. Like I have to tap to open it.
Okay, that's fair. But yeah, so that caused us not to be able to record for a week because I was not feeling well. And then I think the other week it was supposed to be these two boys, but I'm not really sure what happened, but we won't get into that, I don't think.
I will just say the only thing that happened is our schedules unfortunately did not line up that week, and I apologize.
Yeah, I was really looking forward to listening to the first episode of this podcast where I wasn't on it, and it still hasn't happened yet.
All right, so we're here with Jared and Justin. This is the first episode of the podcast without Travis. How awesome is that?
Wow, that is straight up rude. Straight up rude.
That was good, Justin. That was good.
You. But as far as my week, well, I guess a couple weeks. I'm still watching Bob's Burgers. Started a new show called Is it Saint Dennis? Is that how you would say that? Denise.
No, it's Saint Dennis.
Denise. Yeah. Oh, okay. I've also been watching Shrinking. This season, I think has already been better than last season, and last season was great. This season is already heavy. I've also started Dragon Age Velgar. I started it 2 nights ago. Nice. Enjoying that. And then also I am dabbling in Monster Hunter Worlds, getting ready for Wilds to come out. And then I'm also still continuing. I jumped back in today to play some Black Myth Wukong because I'm at the very last fight of Chapter 4. Then I got 2 more chapters left, and I'll be done with that. And then also, about 2 hours before this recording, my friend Alex decided to tell me about the trading card game. It's a TCG simulator where you basically run your own store. Cards, comics, you can even do tables where people come in and play games. You're basically just a shop owner. It's pretty cool. And I have to let you know that the name that I decided my shop is Deck Dynasty.
Oh
yeah, so just in case you're wondering, but yeah, so that's pretty much what I've been up to. I had a good time on vacation, but now I'm back and work is starting to pick up a little bit, getting busy. Looking forward to the holidays though. Thanksgiving's right around the corner. My mom was gracious enough, since I'm not going to be able to come home for Thanksgiving. We actually had a Thanksgiving dinner while I was in, so I've already got one Thanksgiving dinner under my belt, and I'm looking forward to another. And then I do have a random question I just thought of in a moment. What is your favorite Thanksgiving side? I'll tell you right now, I have 2 technically, and I really have to think about it, but stuffing and deviled eggs are my two favorite.
I think it's probably stuffing for me.
Oh, dude,
that's definitely a good call. Stuffing, deviled eggs, but also like sweet potato casserole though.
Oh yeah.
It's like dessert constantly.
God.
You know what I mean? That's bussin'.
Yeah,
that's a good one. All right, Jared, what have you been up to, buddy?
So not a whole lot this week. First thing that I'm super happy that I finally did was upgraded my PC. Finally
nice.
upgraded my 2016 motherboard to something a little bit more current. Went to a ROG 870F, I believe is what it's called.
Nice.
And with that, went to DDR 32 gigs of DDR5 and a Ryzen 9 7800X, which I can tell you from the little bit I have got to play has made a world of difference for my 8th gen i7 or 9th gen i7. So,
Nice.
plus everything I was reading about the new 13th and 14th gens i7s, definitely glad I went with Ryzen instead. Other than that, been playing some Deadlock again. There's still constant updates with that game. Haven't got to play much of it because I've still been pretty heavy into COD, which is the other majority of my week. Season 1 just launched, so new battle pass to grind, new skins to get through. We get the first zombies map coming out in the mid-December, which I'm super excited for because the zombies in that game is actually really good.
Okay.
And then something will pop up a little bit later, but little teaser for everybody out there. But little show that first couple episodes came out on Paramount called Landman with Billy Bob Thornton, and it is fantastic.
Landman. Okay.
Landman. And then really that's all I've been up to. So Justin.
Yeah, I've also still been playing Call of Duty, more Warzone. The new update came out with the Area 99 Nuketown inspired Warzone map. Travis didn't like that, and now it's raining on him. So, all right. I also have been playing Dragon Age Veilguard. I've also been watching Shrinking, and I agree with you. And I actually think we're at the point now where I can firmly say that Shrinking is better than Ted Lasso. Would you agree?
I would agree. I also have to say that the range of Brett Goldstein.
Oh my God.
My
Top tier
God.
actor.
My
Jeez.
God. I wish he was in more stuff, to be honest.
Me too, man. Me too. He is like, oh gosh, he's such a good actor. And like, no matter what show you're watching him in, you just like feel for him. You know,
Yeah.
like, oh God, he's such a great actor. But been watching that and St. Dennis Medical as well. I love that. I watched Joker Foley Adieu. I don't think I'm saying that right, so I'll just say Joker 2. I don't think it's good, but I also didn't hate it. Like I have zero regrets watching it.
It was just different from what you expected.
Well, I can't even say that. Had I seen it opening night, then I probably would have said that, but I already expected like what I got kind of.
Yeah, got you.
Because I just heard so much. Maybe that helped. But it was kind of boring. The first one I felt like had a lot of like action and chaos, and this one was just like a courtroom drama with like the Joker just kind of doing his thing. And I don't know. I mean, it was fine. The first half of the movie was much stronger than the second half of the movie. The whole movie opens with this animated sequence. It's like a 5 to 10 minute animation, and it's really like I was like, oh, this is great. What do people hate about this? Because like it actually worked really well. And then it just kind of the early scenes of him in prison were really good and really well done. But then like when they got to the courtroom, man, it just kind of like I don't know, it just kind of lost me there. Lady Gaga was great, but like I mean, she wasn't utilized well, and some of her dialogue was just straight up terrible. It's not a reflection of her. That's just the movie was kind of written weird. But yeah, I don't know. I didn't hate it. I probably won't watch it again, honestly. I remember when the movie first came out, I think I told you, Travis, that I wonder if this will be a movie in 10 years where people are kind of like, oh, you know what, that movie's good. It ends up becoming like a cult classic, like Fight Club. Fight Club had horrible reviews, and now like people love it. And I don't think so.
It also makes me wonder what a director's cut of that movie looks like, because I've heard there was a lot of reshoots and a lot of cuts and a lot of changes. So it makes me wonder if we'll get it maybe possibly a different version at some
Snyder
point.
cut.
Yeah, I didn't make it through the full thing. I watched the first half, and it kind of scares me that you say the first half was the better half. I will say my favorite part of that movie, just what I've seen so far, was by far, I can't remember the actor's name, but like the main prison guard that's with him through the whole...
Brendan Gleeson, who's Mad Eye Moody.
Yes, Mad Eye Moody, yes.
Yeah, I didn't expect him to be in it, and I agree with you. He was awesome.
He carried it.
The
for
parts
a lot
where
of
he's
it.
singing too in the music class. Oh man, I love him as an actor too. Banshees of Inisherin, great movie by the way. Sidebar, you should check that out. He's amazing in that. But yeah, it was just kind of like, you know. So I don't think it's like a 30% on Rotten Tomatoes, but it's probably not much higher than like a 50. Yeah, I mean, if you like the first one, you really could go either way. You'll probably find things that you like, and you'll probably find things that you hate. If you just go to bed every night for the rest of your life and never think about that movie, you'll also be fine. So I talked way too long about Joker. I apologize. I've been watching Lost. I don't remember if I talked about in the last episode that I was on, but Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, I beat it. It is game of the year. End of story. I've been playing the new content from Final Fantasy 14, the 7.1 update. Amazing. And my new addiction.
Did you do the new raid?
Oh yeah. The new raid. Yeah, it's good. It's really good.
I'm loving this latest expansion. Even the first part of it, it seems like they are really turning up the difficulty where you actually have to know the mechanics, or else you're just not going to make it. But that new raid is, I need to run it. I need to run it this week to see if I can get a drop, because I didn't get a drop last week. So
you can play it again till you get a drop.
Well, I know, but the reset happened Tuesday. I was trying to get a drop before reset happened today, so that's why.
That's right. Oh, it did reset today. I know what I'm doing after we get off of here. But
let me know. I'll run it with you if you get on. Just let me know.
Okay. Yeah, sounds good. Another game I've been playing it just came out, I think, is Pokemon the Card Game Pocket Edition on my phone. Do you remember being 10 years old and playing Pokemon cards? I do. But now I haven't thought about Pokemon cards in a long time. And then, I obviously play a lot of Marvel Snap on my phone, and this game, it popped up on the App Store. I downloaded it, and it is so much fun. It has got me way back into Pokemon too. I'm all in. I'm ready to start watching the show again. I'm going to get my Ash hat, I'm just going to roll with it. But,
that's awesome. What I find funny. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I'm just gonna say, the next time Travis is in town and we all hang out and you don't show up in an Ash hat, I'm gonna be very pissed.
All right. I don't have one, but Owen has one. But I'll put.
What I was gonna tell you about the trading card game, since you brought this up, the cards that you initially start selling are definitely supposed to be rip off of Pokemon cards.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and you can collect them in a binder, and there's over 1,000 of them.
Oh, geez. I need to check that out. That sounds like fun.
For $13,
I love simulators too.
It's so fun. It's so fun.
But I highly recommend it. It's free and it's not scummy. You get 1 pack a day for free, I think. And there's a 2-week free trial for the gold pass or the battle pass, whatever, where you get 2 packs a day. So I did the free trial for that. And I mean, I've got 700 cards. I've only been playing for a week and a half, 2 weeks.
Who's doing this game? Is it Game Freak or is it Nintendo?
It's whoever made the Pokemon card game. It's official Pokemon.
Oh, it's official. That's what I was wondering.
Yeah. And you can battle with people. There's different events that go on. There's a Lapras event right now where you can do so many battles and for a chance to win a Lapras EX card. And it's just a lot of fun. And when you crack those packs, the dopamine, so much. Oh god, so good.
That's why you would like this other game too that I've been trying.
I'm gonna probably get it.
You could take products off the shelf and then open them yourself.
Okay, I'll probably get that because it's actually been on my radar. I'm glad,
dude. It's so good. It's so good. Yeah.
All right. I believe that's all that I've had going on. I did want to ask you, Jared. I think you. Never mind. I'm getting ahead of myself. You have that in your things you're looking forward to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, don't steal his thunder, baby.
Sorry. No, I wanted to ask about the status of something.
Well, you can. You can. I think that'll come a little later on.
I'll say go ahead because I changed that in my notes because I was going to talk about it, but you can go ahead and ask me because I know what it is. So go ahead.
Are you still all right? So I think you're dabbling in Final Fantasy. Is that correct?
I am. Final Fantasy, which one is it? I can't remember. There's
I think you started 16.
Yeah, 16. So I've got about an hour into Final Fantasy 16. I'm really enjoying it so far. I want to play more.
Opening, though.
That opening is fantastic for one.
It's about as anime as it can get.
Very much so. I was like, okay, this is cool. So it's you compared it to Game of Thrones, and I was like, okay, this is cool. Guys in armor, big battle going on in the background. I was like, okay, now there's a
Colossus.
A Colossus. Okay, now there's a lady throwing ice blocks everywhere. All right, this is getting interesting.
It's a wild ride, bro.
But it is a lot of that. I didn't feel like it. And this is a good thing. Don't think I'm saying a bad thing, but a lot of the intro to that, I didn't feel like I was playing a game. I felt like I was watching a movie because you go straight from you controlling the character to the cutscene back straight to you controlling the character. The only thing I'm not a massive fan of is I cannot get it to work on my ultra wide, and I'm sure it would look fantastic on ultra wide, but I have the black bars down the side.
Support?
There might be a mod. I don't know.
It has 5120 by 1440, but then it will not. It just puts the black bars on the side. So
weird. Justin's gonna research. He's curious.
I am.
Yes,
I'm like
I
really
am.
upset about this.
I am enjoying it so far,
There
Justin. I will
is
play
a
more.
mod.
Okay.
There's a mod that adds ultra wide support and removes the 30 FPS lock for cutscenes.
Okay.
That's gross.
Yeah, because I really enjoy it. I'm as bad as this sounds, I'm really holding off on that last like 45, 30 minutes I have because I know as soon as I do, I have to buy it. So I want to really savor
the
that
first
30
hour free or something?
2 hours for the trial.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
I didn't know that either. I thought you were just trying to stay within your Steam return window is what I thought
No,
you were
no,
trying to do.
Yeah,
That's funny.
you can
So you haven't
download
bought
the
it yet?
No, you can download the demo mode for. I mean,
Okay.
anybody who's listening to this that wants to try it out, you get the demo mode for the first 2 hours of the game, and you don't have to pay for it. And then
Yeah,
whenever
I
you do
remember that now.
buy the actual game, you keep all your progress from the story and everything like that. So you're not going to lose anything by playing the first 2 hours that way.
So real quick, my son just texted me and he just said, I just went to open a booster pack and this is my first card. So he got a booster pack in Pokemon the card game and it's Machamp EX. It's like has sweet artwork. It's like I'm jealous. So he also got a really cool Charizard the other day.
That's cool because that gives you an opportunity for you and him to get into Pokemon at the same time.
Yeah. Oh well, he's well into it.
Is he?
Oh yeah, he has like a big binder full of like actual cards. I'm not going back to that part of my life like that. I haven't played like physical card games in like 20 years, but I'll definitely play one that I can just carry around on my phone. I just can't do it, man. I can't do it.
You did see that they're doing Final Fantasy for Magic the Gathering as well.
I didn't.
Yeah.
No,
That's what gets me.
Is that Fallout?
What is that one?
This is the Magic the Gathering, but it's the
Stranger Things?
Duskmorn. It's the horror box they did, so it's a reflective horror box, and everything's horror themed. The biggest reason I wanted that one was there are like 3 or 4 cards that are like 80s horror themed. Like one is cool. A chainsaw murder, and it's all like retro art style. But Magic is definitely my card game of choice, which I only started getting into it about a year ago. But
yeah,
I might download the mobile app for that and give it a shot.
Yeah, it's cool. A little rough around the edges. I'll tell. Yeah, the worst part about that is physical cards. Yes, they're expensive, but if you want all the cards you want in Arena, they also want you to buy the packs on Arena. It's not like I can go buy a pack and then scan my cards in.
I thought they had a code in the box for you to redeem that same deck in Magic the Gathering in the Arena.
Some of the cards. You get a.
So I got my Lord of the Rings ones in there. That's why I was wondering.
Yep, it's some cards out
of
your
set. But it's Commander's deck. Maybe that's why.
Yeah, like Commander decks, you get the cards out of those, but I think some of these boosters, they have like, you scan it and you get like a free like booster pack or something like that.
Well, now that we're way in the weeds, but that's exciting. Let's go ahead and get into some recent news. So I have a couple stories and Justin's got one. So the stories that I wanted to mention. So Sony may actually be acquiring FromSoft's parent company, Kodawalla. I don't know how you say that. I don't even know why I said that.
Kodakawa.
Yeah, let's say Kodakawa. Now, what's interesting is Kodakawa's anime, film, TV, and gaming ventures align with what Sony's ambitions are to expand whatever their entertainment business is. However, with that being said, there's a possibility that FromSoft may not be integrated into PlayStation Studios, which would make me big sad. Because obviously, go ahead.
Sorry. What's really interesting too about how you mentioned that it kind of fits into what they're trying to do with TV, movie stuff like that. Is the last episode we recorded, I talked about Secret Level, which Sony seems like they're putting a lot of their IPs into Amazon's Secret Level show they're doing too, because they released the poster and it had like the Helldivers in it. There's a God of War episode. So apparently the Sony IPs are getting their very own episode, like entire episode in that show. So,
well, hopefully more things to come with that then. When's that? Is it show out yet? It's not, is it?
Middle of next month, I believe.
Gotcha. Also, I forgot to mention, I don't know if I mentioned that I've been watching Silo, but I've also watched the new season. Well, the new episode of Silo in season 2.
Is Silo good?
Oh, dude, it's incredible. It's really good.
It keeps popping up on my recommended on Apple TV.
I haven't
watched it yet.
I would definitely recommend it. Evidently, the book series is incredible, but the show so far has been really good.
December 10th on Secret Level, by the way.
Okay, so not too far away. And then the second story, which I'm really excited about, is there is a massive 20-foot Miles Morales logo in New York City. I think it's in Chelsea, New York is where it's at. And because of that, fans are hoping that this means there's going to be an announcement around the next installment of Spider-Verse. So here's the hoping. But what's cool is this actually lines up with Brazil has a really big, it's basically their version of San Diego Comic-Con. It's a CCXP. And that is actually going to be happening, I want to say next week or this week, one of the two. But they're thinking that maybe because of that, maybe there will be something announced for that. Because obviously, I think the third installment was delayed because of the writer's strike. And because I think technically were being filmed at the same time, and I think they were supposed to be released 3 months from each other, but because of the writer's strike, it kind of pushed that window back. But I am really excited for the third movie for the end of the Spider-Man Miles Morales story. So
I looked up a picture of this and I found a link to it on Reddit, and someone commented that said, "Imagine if it's just the building owner and he's a really big fan."
Dude, that would be funny. That would be funny, low key though, for real. All right, Justin, what story did you have for us?
Yeah, so our boy Jeff Keighley, friend of the pod, he announced his Game Award nominations. The Game Awards, the big 3-hour advertisement that happens in early December with a couple of awards, and there's some spicy nuggets in here. First of all,
spicy a meatball,
like my poops.
Greg, my friend Greg just texted me and said apparently Sony might be about to buy the FromSoft parent company. So that's funny that we just talked about that. So for right off the bat, Elden Ring Shadow of the Erd Tree was nominated for Game of the Year. And that's a little odd because that is an expansion pack or DLC. The Game Awards website recently updated their FAQ to state that DLCs and expansion packs could be nominated. So I don't really know how I feel about that. I feel like there were a lot of really good games this year. Some that were left off of the Game of the Year nominations. But the other nominees include Astrobot, Balatro. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Black Myth Wukong, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, the actual winner, and Metaphor Fantasia. One game that I thought was snubbed was Dragon Age: The Veilguard. I don't think it received any nominations. Did you happen to see any?
I didn't see anything about it, but I know there was a lot of stuff going on with that game too, which is one reason I haven't bought it yet, because I saw all the news about the return copies and stuff like that, but don't know if it's due to gameplay or what it was. But
I've played it. I'm like probably, I don't know, 10, 12 hours in. I love it. My only gripe is that I did play it right after beating Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and 7 Rebirth is like one of the best games I've ever played. So that's the only thing, is it does pale in comparison to that, but like I have a hard time believing it's not better than, I haven't played Balatro. I know a lot of people like it, but it's essentially a card game. Black Myth Wukong has been plagued with performance issues. So like, I don't know. I just kind of have a hard time believing it's not in that top tier. Maybe it's not, but I don't know. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth and Astrobot lead all game nominations, and Sony is the most nominated publisher with 16 noms. So Sony out there killing it. Any takeaways from the Game of the Year nominations? Anything that you think got snubbed or anything that's on here that shouldn't be on here?
I think that Black Myth Wukong deserves a spot because I've been playing it on PC, and I think where a lot of the performance issues come from are like PS5.
Yeah,
I've not really had any issues playing it on PC. Astrobot, I think, is well deserved. It, I think, came out of nowhere, and that game is. I've been loving that game. I think I'm about 60% done with that game. I can't speak for Metaphor, but from the people that's played it, evidently they really enjoy it. And did you play it, Just? You didn't.
I played the 2 hour, the opening demo for it.
Got you. I haven't played enough of Dragon Age to say if I feel like it was snubbed or not. But as I play more of it, I will say the beginning of that game was way better than I anticipated. When they showed off the gameplay for the opening, I was like, that just looks not that great. But actually playing through it, like in the gameplay, is actually pretty decent. It makes me more excited for what the next Mass Effect game could be.
So I'm looking at the highest reviewed games for this year. A couple things that stand out. If we are including DLCs and expansion packs, I mean, Destiny 2: The Final Shape has a 91 on OpenCritic. Tekken 8 has a 90. Hades 2 has a 90, but it's early access, so it probably didn't get considered. This actually is one that I forgot about because it came out so early in the year, but Suicide Squad killed the Justice League. No, I'm kidding. I'm actually talking about Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. That game was really, really good.
I think the biggest one for me that sticks out is I really would have liked to have seen Space Marine 2 up there.
I just got to Warhammer on this list. I'm like, wait, where is Warhammer?
Yeah, like it didn't get nominated for Game of the Year, anything like that. That's
Silent
a game.
Hill 2, Dragon's Dogma 2.
Silent Hill 2 got a nomination for best narrative on Silent Hill 2.
Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom. I mean, there's a lot. We had a lot of really good games this year, and I don't know. Maybe they should pull an Oscars and bump up the amount of nominees to 10 because I kind of feel like some quality games were definitely left out of the running.
I just want to point out it's not for Game of the Year. It is for innovation and accessibility. But
for Silent Hill,
Star Wars Outlaws on this list, and Space Marine 2 is not. So just gonna throw that out there.
For which nomination? Which category?
It was for innovation and accessibility.
Well, I don't know. I guess it comes down to what accessibility options that they have. I mean, did Warhammer have a lot?
Oh, here we go. So Warhammer is on there for best action game. So I will give them a pass on this one.
Gotcha. The accessibility options, that's always going to be, I mean, that's not going to be reflective on how good the game is. It's just, I mean, did they put a lot of features to make the game to where everyone could play it? The Last of Us Part 2 and Part 1 have like god tier accessibility features. I mean, it's incredible. So this does kind of bring me to my topic for the week, and that is, as we know, the Game Awards are mainly trailers and game reveals and not so much awards. What announcements do you want to see, and what announcements do you think we will see? So give me like one wish list item and one thing that you think is a lock.
What I would like to see is more information on the next Mass Effect game. I think now that Dragon Age is out in the wild, it's done. I would love to see them give us a little bit more detail on Mass Effect. As far as what's on lock, I would have to probably say, for me, I really want to hear something on the new Star Wars Eclipse game that's coming from Quantic Realm. But I don't think we'll hear.
You think that's a lock, though?
No, that's not a lock. I think what's a lock too is we'll hear about the new. I think we'll hear about the new Wonder Woman game.
Oh, that's not bad. What about you, Jared?
Personally, I think we're going to get. So, I mean, what I'm hopeful for, what I would really like to see is kind of what Travis said. Either one of two Star Wars games I'd like to see some news about that I'd be hopeful for is either Eclipse or to figure out if we're actually going to get the remaster of Knights of the Old Republic. But I'm beginning to get a little bit worried that they might have teased and then killed that one off and just let me cry myself to sleep whenever they finally announce that it's officially dead.
Is Star Wars the most mismanaged IP in existence?
That's a topic for a whole episode.
That's next week's topic.
Let's I'm fine with that, and I would say it's up there, but it's both the ones that I would say are up there are also owned by the same company now. Okay. So,
all right, we can save that for a rainy day.
But I mean, as far as what I think is a for sure thing is, I know it's going to sound like I'm piggybacking off of Travis a lot here, but honestly, Mass Effect is probably the biggest thing that I think we're going to get that I'm really hopeful for.
Wow. I didn't think we'd get Mass Effect. So you guys both thinking that we will gives me a lot of hope. I would like.
Well, that's what I want. That wasn't my lock.
I think it's a lock. I think we're getting more Mass Effect just because with, like Travis said, with it being everything done, out and gone now, I think there are enough people that are looking forward to that game. Like they will give us, even if it's just a teaser, we will get something.
Yeah. I think a little bit more on Fable's probably a lock too.
I think Fable, yeah. So what I hope we see a trailer. I think I'm gonna keep my hopes and dreams realistic. I think we're gonna get a cinematic trailer for Project 007, and the final like 10 seconds will be a glimpse of gameplay.
Okay, that's
And
very specific.
It'll say coming fall 2025, and I'll be like, let's go. What I think is a lock is Hideo Kojima will come up on stage. They'll show a 10-minute Death Stranding 2 trailer, and we'll get a release date.
Oh yeah, that's definitely happening. He might even have. Oh, we might get an update. Wasn't Jordan Peele working on a game?
I think he was. Yeah,
that was, I think, at the last Video Game Awards. So maybe we'll
Yeah.
get more information on that.
Maybe. Yeah, that was good. I hope you all are right on the Mass Effect front. And even though it's kind of a joke that Death Stranding 2 will probably definitely be there, I'm really excited to see whatever they come out with.
Yeah. Now, another bit of news, and then we'll transition into Jared's topic. So there was an update for so for those of you that have been longtime listeners, you know that one of Justin's favorite multiplayer games there for a real long time was Siege. It's hard to believe that game has went over 9 years of updates, which is crazy to think about. So obviously they announced that they're rolling out some new content. So they're going to be updating some players, like I think Blackbeard, which I never played. They're also
Blackbeard's going to be nuts.
Yeah, they've also it only took 9 years, but a big deal. They're finally bringing crossplay between PC and consoles, which is kind of cool. They're making some balancing changes. Some of the changes with Blackbeard is his gun shield is replaced with a bulletproof shield that allows for primary weapon use and bash action. And then obviously talked about crossplay, but the one that I'm more interested in talking about today is a new AI chat moderator. So Ubisoft is implementing an AI chat moderator that flags disruptive language and potentially muting players for a match or even up to 20 matches. And then the upcoming release date for this is going to be December 3rd. My question is specifically around toxicity and community management around online gaming. So obviously with the news of this, is this AI moderation a step in the right direction, or do you think it should be left up to the players themselves to choose who they want to mute and what they're hearing from other players? Just want your thoughts on that.
You want to go, Jared?
Yeah, I know you just don't want to go first, just in case one of us doesn't agree with each
other.
Well,
you were locked and loaded. I saw you.
I want us to have more conversations where we don't agree with each other.
I definitely think it's a step in the wrong direction. I think that it should be up to you to choose who you do and do not want to hear. I also don't think it's a very good idea because like it's Pandora's box, right? So for example, like Ubisoft is the first to implement this with Siege, but then there was a story that came out with, I think it was Activision or one of the Call of Duty companies a few months ago where they were talking about implementing the same thing where you could just get comm banned for depending on what it automatically picked up, which I think whenever you signed up for when you log into Black Ops 6, it actually has you agree to that now still, so it might already be going on, but I don't use game chat that often, so. But I don't think it should be up to just a automated system to decide if what I'm saying is right or wrong, but I also don't think that, I think everybody should be able to make their choice, because you get 3 of us in a public match together and we're all talking in game chat like we're going to say things to each other. If somebody doesn't want to hear it, they can just mute it, whether it be something we're just saying to each other or just talking, like they can mute us. But taking that control out of the player's hand, I do not think is a step in the right direction.
So I'm not going to say I disagree with you, but what I am going to say, what I'm going to say is the way Siege currently operates is that players can report other players and you can still get a comm ban as is, like, because believe me, sorry, Connor and JD, I'm calling you out. Both of them have received comm bans in Siege multiple times because they'd been reported for saying things. So my kind of stance on it is, for a game like Siege, it's a mature rated game. It's on the box. If you're going to implement an AI moderator, do that for like Madden when, a 10-year-old or might be playing it. You know what I mean? Or NBA 2K. Like a game that's like definitely should have children playing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Siege, by definition, 0 kids should be playing that game, right?
Right.
That's my only thing is like, this is a big boy game. All right. If you can't handle people getting shot in the face, then maybe, or if you can't handle, people saying things, cussing at you, maybe you can't handle seeing people get shot in the face too. But like with Madden, or I'm just using Madden as an example because I don't know why, but like I would, like if my kid, I would never let him play Call of Duty or Siege. He's too young. I would probably let him play Madden or NBA or FIFA or something. I would probably wouldn't let him play online at this age, but if he did, I would feel better knowing that like the chat was going to be not chaotic, because you don't buy a game like that, a game rated E for everyone, and expect to kind of have that. I mean, I guess in today's world you do, just like people are pretty much crappy in general, but I don't know. That's just kind of how I feel about it. If it's like, I feel like that would be better suited for a game for the masses, not for people 17 and older.
Yeah, it's like
took a long time to get to that.
As soon as you were talking about Travis, the only thing I could think of is, God, it's a good thing that wasn't around whenever MW2 on the Xbox 360 was a thing, because there would be like 3 active players.
Yeah. I feel like it takes about 10 seconds to be in a Call of Duty match before you hear somebody drop the N-word.
Oh, it's awful. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, see, if it was like, if they could give like a set, like these are the banned words, kind of like Twitch or something like that has, that's one thing. But just to like, hey, it's out there, like until they give some more like ground rules and this, that, and the other, that it would lean me towards being okay somewhat with. But
yeah, I think it's semi a step in the right direction, and also not. I'm with Justin. I'm in Justin's camp in regards of, I think it should be a sliding scale. That feature should be implemented in something like a rated E for everyone, or I think once you hit the mature level game, that shouldn't be an automatic feature. If anything, it should be opt in or opt out. You know what I mean? So I think for me, that's the thing. It's like, once you hit the mature one, you should have the ability to control like how much it's going to filter out for you. You know what I mean? But to Justin's point on games that like children are more likely to play, I think that's a great thing. I mean, a lot of times people prey on younger kids on certain games or on YouTube channels or whatever. So I definitely think that it should be left up to who is going to be the overall audience of the community that's playing this game. You know what I mean? I think a game like Fortnite, I think it would probably be good in, because that's a wide range of players. You know what I mean? Like that's a pretty wide range. So I would think something like that, or like Justin said, Madden, maybe even NBA, like the type of games where it has a large age gap. I think it could be useful. But once you hit that mature rating, it should be left up to the players, and it should be left up to opt in, opt out, if it's a feature. So yeah,
Siege does have a really good reputation system where you can actually go in and see your reputation and what people have reported you for, and you can if you're getting close to a ban. Like it'll have like a little bar that will fill up for like griefing or cheating or language or whatever, and it fills up. And once you like a certain, if you keep them low, you get rewards. You get extra like booster packs to open up. But if you are a little turd, then they will they'll give you a voice comm ban for, I don't know how long it is. I feel like Connor and JD were never banned that long.
You really just throwing them under the bus, baby.
It's been a while since I've played Siege 2. Is it like CS is, where if you get a comm ban, or you can't play comp, right? Or can you still play comp?
No, because we only play ranked. Yeah, we only played ranked, and we would join games with people, and they would have like their microphone grayed out or at like a red line through it to where you couldn't even unmute them if you wanted to.
Yeah, I know with like CS2, you have to be able to have comms to play comp. So if you get a comm ban in CS2, then you just can't play comp.
Oh yeah, at the moment it's not like, or it wasn't like that when I last played it. When I last played it, and JD and Connor had a comm ban. But I just want to make sure everyone knows JD and Connor received a comm ban. But It's been a while. We haven't really played that game in several months, although we might get back into it. I actually did boot it up this weekend. So
Nice.
yeah.
All right,
Correct.
Jared, what do you got for us?
So, I mean, we have something coming up next week that I'm sure everybody's kind of happy for, kind of dreading. Like Travis, I'm excited for the holidays and to see my family and also get them over with. But I kind of just wanted to ask you guys, like, what are some things, like, is there anything you're hoping that you can catch on a Black Friday deal or waiting to go on a Black Friday deal? So that's one reason why I upgraded my PC when I did, is I actually got a pretty decent deal on most of my parts just for some early Black Friday sale stuff. So I'm just wondering if there's anything that, like, you all out there excited for or kind of on the lookout for.
Well, I mean, I've been on the lookout for a graphics card, but I don't know necessarily if there's going to be any really good Black Friday sales on a graphics card or a PS5 Pro for that matter, which Justin hasn't even mentioned.
1080, Jeff.
Which Justin hasn't even mentioned the fact that he's bought a PlayStation 5 Pro this entire episode.
You can't prove it. You can't prove it.
I have the text. I'll screenshot it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
He literally texted me randomly last week and said, hey man, I'm gonna need that PlayStation login. And I said, what'd you do, bro? He said, I don't want to talk about it.
I am embarrassed. Yeah. It's not important. Go on with you're looking for a graphics card and a PS5 Pro. Is that what you said?
I'm not looking for a PS5 Pro. I am looking for a graphics card. But outside of that, honestly, I will tell you the biggest thing that I'm a sucker for during Black Friday, and this is going to sound really strange. I love kitchen gadgets. Anything Ninja, like anything like that, I always tend to buy during Black Friday. I honestly, and this is going to make me sound kind of weird, I guess, but like I have been eyeballing and I really want a Ninja Creamy to like make my own ice cream and stuff. So I may check and see if one of those are on sale possibly. Try to think if there's anything else outside.
You know, there's a Ninja Slushie now too, right?
Yeah, you can make alcoholic beverages. I saw that. Yeah, for sure. But I'll have to think a little bit more about it. But yeah, any kitchen gadgets I'm usually a sucker for. I will also be checking to see if Steam is going to be having any like Black Friday sales in Steam. And then sometimes during Black Friday is the time that I typically pick up extra console controllers. Because console controllers don't typically go on sale very often, especially PlayStation controllers.
Has Steam historically done Black Friday sales, or
do
they just do like their winter, spring, and summer sales?
Yeah, I'm honestly
they'll do one.
Yeah, so
they'll do they'll do like a sale, a big sale next week. That only lasts for a few days, but then they'll do their big winter sale in December.
Yeah, yep. but that's all. But that's all for me, I think. What about you?
Sorry, yeah, my bad. I'm next. I forgot I didn't answer that question. I was thinking about it, but then I never actually like told you all. I'm also looking for some game deals. Got to get those PS5 Pro enhanced games, you know. So I'm gonna look for probably.
I've heard not all of them are created equal.
I've heard that. Yeah, I've heard some of that.
Silent Hill, Star Wars, Jedi Fallen Order, or not Fallen Order, but Survivor. Yeah, Fallen Order or Survivor. Yeah, I've heard that there's some that PSSR or whatever I've heard is hit or miss, but I've heard when it hits, it's good.
Yeah. I haven't had a bad experience yet, but I haven't played either of those games.
Did they release the update for Rebirth for the Pro?
Yeah.
And is it awesome?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I know I've given you a lot of shit, but
yeah.
But I've honestly been like, I kind of low key want one because like when I was because I've heard, and the thing that was like, if you have an OLED TV, you will be able to notice a big difference if you have an OLED TV. And I'm like, yeah, okay. So I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, it's I'm looking for some digital game sales. I like to see what everyone puts out like on there. I'd like to maybe pick up Metaphor, Refantasio, and Silent Hill 2 maybe on the PS5 Pro. That'd be cool. Also, I wouldn't mind a few kitchen things as well. That's a good idea. Also, where I do have a 10-year-old, it's a good time to get some Christmas gifts for him. So any deals in the toys and video games for him. So it's kind of what I'm looking for. Yeah.
I was gonna say, is he into action figures or collectible? Like, is he probably not normally? Okay.
Not really, no.
Okay.
He likes Nerf guns and Pokemon and stuff, but I mean, not like G.I. Joes or anything.
That's fair.
Yeah. But I usually don't make a ton of big purchases on Black Friday. Although if I was going to make one, it might be for a TV. Our TV in the living room, I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, but you can never You can always get a better TV. Right?
Yeah, just think how much better your PS5 Pro would look.
I actually play that on a monitor.
Oh my god, get out of town, bro.
It's a gaming one. It's a 4K gaming monitor with
Is
like
it
100.
is it OLED?
It's not OLED. It has HDR though.
Well, I guess you better be looking at monitors for Black Friday.
I might actually. I really like mine though. It's whenever I got it, it was like one of the highest rated ones on ratings. So
all I'm saying is the one that the one I have and similar to the one Travis has on sale at my place of employment, Justin. So
okay.
He won't want it. He doesn't support ultra wide. He doesn't like it.
I literally have an ultra wide right here from my desktop.
How big's your ultra wide?
Well, it's not 100,000 inches like yours, but clip that.
Damn right it's not.
I think it's. I don't know what size this is. I mean, it
doesn't matter. You can get back to us. Anything else?
It might be 42. No, it's probably 37. What are the options? No, that's all I have. Sorry. What size? How much is the one at your place of employment?
49 inches.
No, I mean, how much money?
Oh, how much? Sorry, it is $10.79.
$10, not bad.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Put it back for me.
Well, Jared, since you already bought some stuff for Black Friday, is there anything left that you still want to get?
I mean, that's really it aside from usually, like Maddie and I, every year we go for gift cards for our family just because they're not that fun to shop for. And I like to make sure people can just get what they want versus. So usually I'll take a look around and see if I can find any of the gift card deals going anywhere, like spend X amount on gift cards, get $20 for free or something like that. Just save some money on Christmas presents. But other than that, really not a whole lot because I got everything on the early Black Friday deals for my PC, which was really the only thing I was holding out for. So
nice. Well, yeah, that was a nice different topic. I used to, now that I'm not in your place of employment for Black Fridays, I tend to buy way less on Black Friday.
Yeah, that's also the thing. I will finish my shift and then it'll be, oh, well, let me just walk around and see what's left over. And it's like, oh, I need all of this.
However, one of the locations that I cover, I will not disclose what company I work for, but one of the locations that I cover, I have one micro center now, and that is dangerous. That is dangerous. I was walking around and when I built my PC, I put 32 gigs of RAM in, and this was like a year and a half ago. And I was walking around and I saw, in your place of employment a year and a half ago, I paid almost, I think it was $350 or close to $400 for this RAM. And then I was walking down the aisle and I saw the exact same RAM I had for like $148. And I was like, I might as well go to 64. I might as well go to 64 gigs of RAM.
What I'll tell you, if you are looking for a new graphics card at Micro Center, make sure you look at like their return deals on stuff like that too.
Yeah, for sure.
Like my brother,
I think they do trade-in as well.
When the 20 or the 30 series were out, my brother got like a 3060 for half off when they were hard to find too, just because it was open.
Okay, well, I'll have to check that out. That's a good one. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the mystery question of the week. So what we're going to do, as we always do, I'm going to pick a number between 1 and 30. And you tell me what that is, and then I'll have you pick a random number between 1 and 60. So, Jared, pick a number between 1 and 30.
7.
Okay. Justin?
3.
You should have went higher than 21. Or you should. It was the number was 21.
I was multiplying my number by his number to get that number. So
okay. Well, no, it's Jared. All right, Jared, pick a number between 1 and 60.
60.
Ooh, good pick.
Yeah.
You said go higher, so.
This has got gaming questions and pop culture questions in it. So it's a mixture of a little bit of different stuff. And this is just completely random. But what's your favorite pop culture couple?
Oh God.
And think about pop culture. So pop culture could be celebrities. Pop culture could be a TV, like a TV show couple. It could be, you have a lot to pick from, but who is your favorite pop culture couple? I know you're not looking pop culture couples up on the internet, Jared.
Are you?
Look at him.
Oh, I know.
Man.
I got mine. I have mine.
Don't say Michael and Holly.
No.
Okay. Go ahead.
If I
You
was
could-
going to pick one from The Office, it'd be Jim and Pam prior to them actually getting together.
Yeah, that's true.
That was like peak. Peak
yeah.
will they, won't they?
Yeah. What
I
do
have a
you got?
couple. I have a couple.
Okay.
So for TV, I actually have JD and Elliot from Scrubs. Because their will they, won't they was awesome. Went like 9 seasons.
Yeah.
But overall, I have Link and Zelda.
Ooh.
It's a very good call.
But did they ever actually smash those? The question.
Well, what happens when you turn the game off stays there.
Oh
You
my
don't
God.
need to know.
That's right.
I'm really struggling with this one, to be honest.
All right. So for me, this is gonna sound. So when I say this, you have to separate the person from the actual show.
I thought I say Epstein or something.
No. So for me, Chuck and Sarah from the show Chuck.
Okay. I need to watch that.
You keep saying that, but you never will. But what I mean by that is like Zachary Levi is kind of now way out here.
What do you mean?
So like he's kind of like, I'll tell you after the show. We'll talk about it.
Okay.
But that's what I'm saying. If you could separate the actual person from the show, it would be Chuck. But would be Chuck and Sarah. And then trying to think if I have any others. Man, Zelda and Link was such a good one, honestly.
Thank you.
Yeah. Jared, have you even had one yet?
I didn't, but I do now. So from the first couple seasons of Dexter and Rita.
Ooh, yeah. I think I say Dexter and Lila.
No, Dexter and Rita. Dexter and Lila was a good call too.
I actually really like Dexter and Lumen a lot too.
Oh Lord.
What?
That's just the fact that you said Dexter is like that's such a choice.
Dexter's
I'm
great.
sorry.
Dexter and Rita they're good though because like he's at the beginning only using her to like
And
put on
then
this-
it
yeah to put on this
Facade.
yeah that he's like a normal guy, not a serial killer, and
Yeah.
then like he actually
it
like,
develops into
yeah it's nice for like
All
4
right,
seasons.
I have another one.
yeah. Then that's why I said the first few, and then
All right.
after that,
I have a new one. I can't believe that this wasn't my first choice.
Oh god,
Are you ready?
yeah, I'm ready. I've braced myself.
Judy and BJ.
Oh yeah,
They're
that's a good one.
They're
That's a
so good. I'm
I
so
love
mad
that
at you, Judy. I'm gonna go Blade.
one. I'm gonna go play. You
If
also
you've
go
watched
with,
The Righteous Gemstones, I mean that's
Kelvin
one-
and Keith too.
yeah. Well, also Danny McBride's character and also the teacher from Vice Principals is a pretty good one too.
Snodgrass. Oh wait,
Yeah. That's
okay.
it. Yeah.
man, gosh, I can't wait for Righteous Gemstones season 3. Or is it 3 or 4?
4. It's done filming
Gosh.
too, I guess.
They showed like a little snippet of it on the last promo, and it looks good.
I cannot wait. I'm so excited. Because the thing is like season 3 ended
gonna
where
go
they
Blade.
theoretically could have just like not came back for another season. They kind of left it open, like, well, but I'm glad to see that they're coming back. So, all right. Any other ones shared? Is that it?
that's all I got.
Yeah,
to be
I
honest
figured.
with you,
You even struggled for one, so I didn't think you had any more.
I did.
All right, so let's go ahead and get into looking ahead. What are you boys looking forward to? Justin, we will start with you.
Well, I have all of next week off, so I'm
Let's
looking forward to
go.
that. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Hanging out with the family, getting some video game time in. Yeah, just having a week off to recharge the batteries. I know that like our busy seasons in our professions are like at different times. So like mine just happened and it's winding down. And now yours is like just
Starting.
starting up, which sucks. I'd be nice if I guess we technically do have like from January to like August where it's not crazy. Well, I have a crazy period, but yeah, so I'm excited that like, I'm mentally able to recharge my batteries a little bit. And
We might get
Yeah.
to stream next week because of that. Let's go.
yeah, we're going to stream 24/7, I think. Is that what we said?
That's what I heard. That's what I heard. I don't know if Jared's wife will let him, but we'll see how that goes.
I also don't know if my body will allow me to do that, but
Or your boss.
What? You're fueled by Coke Zero. You got this, boo. All right. What do you got, Jared?
Brain fart. Sorry. Looking ahead this week, sorry.
Like I said,
reading,
fueled by Coke Zero.
yeah,
His
apparently
brain
not
is
very well.
pudding.
So definitely Thanksgiving coming up. Obviously looking forward to see some family that I don't get to see all the time.
Yeah.
Getting into some more of season 1 of Call of Duty, just because, like I said, Zombies map comes out earlier, middle of next month, something like that. Which the zombies in that game I've actually been a big fan of. The show I started watching this week, first 2 episodes are out, but Landman. I'm excited for the next episode of it. But then a game that I didn't actually think I'd be excited for an update on that's coming out, but Gray Zone Warfare is getting I don't even think it's a 1.0 update. I think it's like 0.2 or something like that. But they are finally doing some quality of life stuff with AI, not just being able to do a 360 and one tap you, which will be super nice, which is super annoying because you definitely get some gear fear with that. Then 2, what I'm most excited for is they're adding a day and night cycle with NVGs in the game too. So being able to have just a laser suppressor go in with night vision and actually just clear out an area and go stealth mode in that game is going to be amazing. Well, I hope it's amazing.
So do you play that game?
I played a lot when launch first came out, whenever it was having some stability issues.
Yeah.
Kind of got out of it, but now whenever they do the 0.2 update, they're actually wiping everybody's stuff, resetting all the tasks for everything, and starting fresh with it with the day and night cycle.
Okay. I bought it when it came out and quickly returned it because it was pretty rough. But I did play Arena Breakout Infinite. Is that what it's called? Have you heard of that one?
Yes.
And I really liked it, but I haven't been playing either one. I wouldn't mind getting back into Tarkov too, honestly.
If I could, I will tell you this. I'm not sure how my odds are. I feel like I have a much better chance of talking you into Gray Zone than you have of talking me back into Tarkov. That game ruined me for a few months, and I've tried to re-download it to play it, and
What if we
cannot do it.
What if we split the difference and try Arena Breakout Infinite?
Deal. Done. Sold.
All right, boom. Let's go.
Also, I really hope we can get Travis to play Hell Let Loose when we stream next week. I just want him to experience getting hit by an artillery barrage.
I'll be the one that calls it in.
The sound mapping in that game is so good.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Seeing the explosions hit and the smoke go higher than skyscrapers is insane.
And the fact that it's actually speed of sound matters too, because you'll see the explosion and then you won't get the explosion sound depending on how far away you are.
Does it have destructible environments?
It does not.
Big
but it does have full local chat though, so when you just hear your teammate that's running next to you get shot with a 30-06 and then start screaming medic or yelling for his mom while you're playing a video game, it gets pretty amazing. It's very immersive.
It got really dark, Jared.
Yeah, that's super intense.
You're welcome. Just trying to prep you, Travis.
Yeah. So for me, excited about the holidays, not only Thanksgiving, but also Crimbus. I'm excited for Christmas lights, Merry Chrysler. And also holiday movies as well. One of my favorite movies to watch before Thanksgiving is Trains, Planes, and Automobiles. I would consider that a Thanksgiving movie. There's not a whole lot of movies that you can look at and be like, oh, it's a Thanksgiving movie, but that is one of them. There's also an older movie I remember watching as a kid called Dutch, with Ed O'Neill. Really good Thanksgiving movie. And then obviously when you get into Christmas, you're talking Die Hard, you're talking Home Alone. I just get excited for watching. What?
Damn right, Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
So excited for that. I'm also excited for the continuation of season 2 of Silo. If you haven't started Silo, Jared, the first season's completely out, so you can binge it. But it's really good. It's got that mystery, kind of what's going on, what's really happening. It'll have you guessing all the way to the end of the season 1, and then you're like, well, that didn't quite end like I thought it was going to. And then I'm also excited to see Wicked in theaters. I'm really excited to see that. Evidently, it premiered with an audience score on Rotten Tomato of 99%. So I'm pretty excited about that. I am a fan of musicals, so that's one of the big reasons I want to see it. Plus, I unfortunately never got the chance to see the Broadway production of Wicked. So this is kind of, I guess, my way of being able to do so.
It's getting good reviews.
Yeah. So I'm pretty excited about that. Outside of that, I think that's everything. Now, let's get into our picks of the week.
Real quick before we move into picks of the week, I know you're talking about season 2 of Silo. Anybody else excited for season 2 of Severance next year?
2 months. We're 2 months out.
Yeah, I'm excited about that because that means that Silo will be wrapping up right when that's getting ready to start. So I'll be able to go right into that. So yeah,
Nice.
big boy excited. I'll probably rewatch season 1 of Severance before
the
season
cliffhanger of season 1 of Severance was rough, especially going through that writer strike. I mean, like, it's going to be a hot minute before.
Yeah.
If you haven't watched Severance, you need to watch it. Like, it's a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, it's really
by far.
It's one of the best, if not the best, season finale I've ever seen on a show.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll start with picks of the week since I usually always make one of you two go first. So for me, I actually added a bonus pick in here as well. So Saint Denis is the first one. Justin made me second guess myself. So that is one of them. I went into this show not expecting to enjoy it, to be honest with you. But honestly, after watching the first 2 episodes, the second episode kind of sold me on it. It was much better than the first. And David Green or David Greer? David Green?
David Allen Greer.
Yeah, dude. He cracks me up
He's
in
hilarious.
that show. And just the cast and the chemistry between everybody is really cool. And then also the trading card simulator game. If you want a cozy game that just kind of scratches that itch for like.
We own this on Steam?
Oh yeah, I guess you all do because I bought it.
I was about to say I'm going to buy it after this, but
Yeah.
since we're all in the same house, just in different rooms.
It's a whopping 3 gigabyte download. So
I don't know. That might take me a while. I might just have to play it tomorrow.
It took me like 15 seconds. Anyways, but yeah, those are my 2 picks. So Jared, what do you got?
I know I've mentioned it a lot in this episode, and I apologize, but Landman is by far my pick this week. Billy Bob Thornton absolutely crushes that. It's very gritty is the best way I can think to describe it. Like, it's just very like coarse, dark humor at parts, but like I feel like we're going to see a lot more development from him as like a character as well. But it's all like him talking or like going through life being a divorced dad of his daughter who's now 18, and like she's like travels back and forth between him and his wife and how he's dealing with all that. And then some, I don't want to say too much, but this show just like goes off the rails real quick in the first 2 episodes to the point that there is a lot happening, but they do a very good job of making sure like it all plays into the story, and you get very attached to some of the characters for the little amount of time you get to see them in the first 2 episodes. So, but very good episode. Like I said, he's just the craziest thing about the first episode starts off with him like brokering a deal between oil companies and the cartel for like land rights. Like, that's the first 10 minutes of the first episode, but it's really good. Give it a try and just let me know what y'all think.
Oh, well, I like that you led with Billy Bob Thornton, but didn't even mention the fact that John Hamm is in this show.
I was just going to let you be surprised with it.
John Hamm, also great in Fargo.
Yeah.
Although I haven't seen the newest Fargo, but I heard he's great. Okay. All right, cool. What do you got, Justin?
Yeah, that's my name. Don't wear it out. I have, let's see here. The notes. Let me read the notes exactly as they're written. It looks like, no, Jared, I will not say wiener.
Hey, either way, even though you said it, so I still win.
You know, AI is going to mute you.
I really thought whenever you added it to Travis's FromSoft story, I'm like, he's just gonna he's gonna try to pronounce that name, and he's gonna have wiener.
That's why I put it there. I was like, I might get this one. Might be the one.
I was hoping so bad. My picks of the week. That's where I said picks, is I added another one on here that's not wiener. I have a Pokemon trading card game Pocket Edition.
I like how you put the abbreviation and then kind of forgot what the abbreviation was halfway through.
Yeah, Pokemon the trading card game Pocket Edition on your phone. Like I said, it's a free app. It has it's not scummy. Marvel Snap is kind of scummy. You kind of have to keep buying the battle passes to maintain to be competitive. This game at the moment isn't like that, and once, like I said, once you rip those packs, it feels real good. I'm also going to say St. Denis Medical. We're kind of light on network comedies at the moment. I mean, the days of must-see TV and stuff like that are long gone. And it's nice to have a 30-minute comedy on NBC that is good. It's from a seasoned writer, Justin Spitzer, who wrote on the Office, and then he created Superstore, which I love. Superstore. Superstore has moments that are probably funnier than The Office. I mean, it has like the archetype characters like The Office has, but it very much is just The Office. Talking about Superstore, the characters of The Office characters, but set in a superstore. It doesn't have the whole mockumentary feel. This show has the mockumentary feel, but it's really good. Wendy something McCovey, I forget her full name, but she's on Reno 911 and Bridesmaids. She's fantastic. David Allen Greer, like you said, is great. Allison Tolman from Fargo.
I was actually going to say that the first one that you mentioned, the first woman that you mentioned, is actually my least favorite character in the show.
Oh, what? Why? She's awesome.
She's just weird. I don't know.
Whatever. Anyway, like I said, Allison Tolman, though, from Fargo.
I wasn't expecting like the semi-serious moments in both those episodes.
Yeah.
It kind of reminded me of Scrubs in that regard of like, you'll be laughing and then you're like, oh, okay, well, that's a little sad.
I like the idea of the new hire as well. The new nurse.
He's like the new guy in Superstore that comes.
Yeah. Jonah. Yeah. So I'm really liking it. Definitely watch it. And the good thing about this show, and I read this earlier today, I didn't know this, it got an 18 episode order, which is kind of rare. Usually we get like 12 episodes or 10 episodes of a show. And the fact that they're giving this new show 18 episodes, not only do we get more, but it's going to have 18 chances to sell us on it. Like it's going to, if it has some shows have a couple rough ones, so far this hasn't had any, but it's going to have like a full season essentially to really like leave its mark and hopefully get renewed for many years to come. So check it out. NBC's Tuesday nights at 8. And I know that because I actually just checked to make sure mine was recording.
Oh, yeah, because it is tonight. Yeah, good
It's
call.
on right now, yeah.
Nice. All right. Anybody have anything else to add before we peace out this joint? He said, absolutely not. Well, we want to thank you for listening and watching. Please make sure you like and subscribe in whatever your preferred platform is. And until
we're on Blue Sky now too, by the way.
Oh, Blue Sky.
We're not really active on any of them, but we're on there.
Yeah. So, but until next time, this has been Nerds with Mics. Thanks for tuning in for another episode of Nerds with Mics. If you enjoyed today's deep dive into all things nerdy, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you never miss an episode. We'd love to hear your thoughts, so please make sure not to forget to leave us a review wherever you listen or watch. Your feedback always helps us grow. And if you know a fellow nerd that would love the show, share it with them. Until next time, stay nerdy, stay awesome, and keep those mics on.